build up for a few weeks, obviously, and just relief to get game one out of the way. And I think that sort of performance was probably, in all honesty, beyond our expectations. What we were looking to achieve tonight, but I'll just take my hat off to the players for how they went out and executed what we'd spoken about and worked on in such a short period.
You said that you were going to try and keep emotions going into the game. Did you do it?
Yeah, they did, and it's a good sign when the players roll in before the match, and I think you can sense that they are relaxed, although still taking it all in and knowing what was about to be played ahead of them. So you do sense that as a coach, and as a credit to the guys again. I think they're that type of group that they're positive and they know that they can go out and execute whatever they want to play.
Well, obviously we didn't see the power try. The scrum certainly was tidier. It seems to be where you sat line out didn't seem a lot difference. Was there anything that you noticed in the game that really was different?
Yeah, look, I think that power play was in the back of these guys' minds, and there were a couple of plays there mid to late in that second half where they did chance their arm, and that chip kick, with 3 or 4 minutes to go in a game, and we nearly go the distance. And that's what we've been talking about a lot, is for these guys to go out and just back themselves to execute that.
Any news on Peter?
Yeah, I just stuck my head in there at half time and saw Peter, and he was okay. He's in good spirits, and I think he's looking well. So.
Concussion test now.
He goes through the procedure now for the HIA.
What did you make of the spectacle as a whole? Fireworks, skydivers, mother, everything?
Yeah, to be honest, I just said to someone out there on the field then that I enjoyed looking at the big screen just as much as I did the rugby. There was a lot happening, and that's just a whole completely different experience for the fans and the members here, and they deserve that.
The first game was always going to be a big hit, the unknown and the euphoria. What do you think the next 6 games hold in terms of trying to keep that crowd support?
Yeah, I think the team there at the club are doing a great job on that side of things, and they promoted this one heavily, and I know they got plans for the remaining matches. So obviously that win was crucial for us to keep that momentum going, and hopefully Mother's Day against Tonga we get a good turnout again.
Experimentation. Do you think there's more scope for that?
I think for the time being, that for World Series Rugby, it's probably a good start with where we're at. I agree before what was mentioned that we could probably still speed the line-outs up a little bit after tonight, and hopefully the remaining 6 games that we can look at that and have that discussion with the referees prior game.
Look, still pinching myself. It's pretty surreal. Got a lot of goosebumps running out there for the first game. Obviously a pretty unique experience when you're warming up and the lights go out, when you're just about to hit a tackle shield, things like that. So we had a few curveballs thrown at us there that we knew about but weren't anticipating as highly. But look, mate, it's just unreal to be here in front of obviously you guys, playing in front of a packed house, first sold out crowd in a long time here in both Australian rugby. So I think there's a lot of positives. Obviously our fans are motivated, our organisation's motivated, our players and our coaches are motivated to make sure we do this thing right, make sure we do the people of WA proud, and we really get this right. So obviously this is a launch pad with World Series Rugby. First game underway. It was obviously going to be a lot of emotion. Guys' spirits are pretty high, like Sambo said, but we just made, as players, we just really wanted to soak it in. Like when you run out there and soak it in, these times are pretty special in a player's career. So being able to run out there, soak it all in, and then I thought the guys really focused in on the job. We created that first try really well executed, and we just sort of kept the flow on from there. So 6 weeks prep into the first game, and guys, like Sambo said, guys' combinations clicked really well. And I think there was just that passion for that jersey, and guys played with a lot of heart, which is really encouraging, obviously, moving forward.
Did it take, spoke about the nerves and the excitement, did you spend that night before they came out, or did it take a time to settle?
No, I think they settled quite well. Obviously, we had the Fijian haka to face, and then we had our Indigenous dance-off as well. So I think, like I just said to the boys before we ran out, just really soak it in. A lot of guys making their debuts tonight, a lot of local guys that came through a system made their debuts tonight. It's a really special time in their careers, so making sure they enjoyed that, soaked it all in, and then once we got onto the job, then we sort of focused on that rather than try and not focus on it, let it distract you later because you look out at the screen or whatever it may be. So I think the guys really listened and took that advice really well, and I think they applied that really well. Obviously, with that really energetic first half.
We saw Twiggy get everyone in the huddle afterwards. What did he say to them, lads?
Oh, he was just pumped, mate. Obviously, like, to see this come about after so little time last year and how quickly it's come together and how well the guys have come together. He was just saying how proud he was of us and obviously of West Australia and how proud they were of us. So obviously a special moment to have Andrew there in the middle, and he was pretty pumped, being an ex-rugby boy himself. So we wouldn't be here without his passion, without his generosity. So it's really good to have him obviously being that passionate and on board and really being bold with the innovations moving forward.
It's pretty quick as well, isn't it? You see him on the bench, he's all excited. And
yeah, he's very energetic. He's very energetic. So obviously we saw that end of last year when he came in to the huddle saying he was going to back us all the way, and he's stayed true to his word. So yeah, really special guy. Hard to put into words, like I said, how much he's done for us, and obviously we wouldn't be here without him. So that's really thankful for himself, Nicola and the Forrest family for backing us all the way.
As a player, what's it like playing games where there's no ladder, there's no finals or anything like that?
I think this game, to be honest, particularly was bigger than the win and the loss and the ladder, that kind of thing. It was obviously to give the WA community hope and just to show that the WA people over here are resilient, they are passionate, and as players we're the same. Obviously they're a high-spirited community, and it was really just about getting out in front of them, showing them that obviously rugby over here is not going to lay down at all. We're going to keep fighting, and we're going to keep being innovative with the World Rugby Series and really using this as a launch pad to sort of be the world leaders of rugby.
And the challenge of keeping the fans engaged over the next 6 games and into next year, can you just talk a bit about that and how you guys as players can?
Yeah, look, certainly over the next 6 games, I don't think there's going to be a lack of motivation from the fans. Obviously, it was a pretty unique spectacle entertainment-wise, away from the rugby, and then the rugby, as you could see, was very free-flowing. Obviously, we've got coaches who are embracing all the innovations and all the new rules, and most importantly, they're backing us to make those decisions. They didn't go out there and say run everything or kick everything. They just said, look, we're going to back you boys to make the right decisions. And for the most part, we did tonight. We still got a little bit we can work on. You know, we've only been together for 6 weeks, but in terms of keeping the fans engaged, I think after last year and everything, it's good. They're going to have plenty of motivation to keep rocking up, keep showing up, and keep being there in person and voting with their feet and showing Australia and the world that Western Australia means business on the rugby front.
You've got 50 super caps. Is this 51 with the force, or was this one World Series?
I'm not sure. I have to check with Sam and the upstairs staff about how that works, but mate, look, it's really special to be out there again after, like I said, after last year. Obviously, my last cap was my 50th cap, which is quite special being a part of Hodjo's game, but that ranks right up there in my career. You know, I've been quite fortunate to win a grand final, be involved with beating the British and Irish Lions with the Brumbies and whatnot, and being part of the Western Force's most successful year here, and that definitely ranks right up there. Atmosphere was electric. Obviously, Wolfmother and the fireworks add to that, but having 19,600 people chanting for the Force and really cheering and getting behind us, you know, I think it really showed in how the players played tonight. It really gave us that extra few percent. And look, the guys really enjoyed being out there, I know, as a whole.